Our top story: lawmakers set to grill State Department officials on what exactly happened in the terror attack in Libya. This is the State Department now says late last night it always knew the attack was pre-planned despite senior Obama administration officials in the days after that attack pointing the blame at anger over an anti-Muslim film. Now, Senator Bob Corker is on the Foreign Relations Committee. He's just back from Libya. This is his first television interview since returning from the region. And Senator, welcome home and good morning to you.
Bill, good morning to you. Good to be back. Thank you.
Thank you. Based on what you have learned, was this a cover-up?
Well, look, I can just tell you that in real time, at the very highest levels of our government, they knew this was a terrorist attack as it was happening, and certainly within 24 hours, knew most every detail about what had happened. So that's why I've said from the very beginning, this has just been totally bizarre as far as how they responded. As far as culpability regarding the operations on the ground, I know there's a hearing today. There'll be a lot of discussions, but the fact is that when we have these expeditionary roles where we have people forward in countries that basically are controlled by militias, I think there are a lot of policy issues there that have to be answered, and I'm sure the hearing today will be helpful in that regard.
Yeah, we're looking forward to hearing that and getting some headlines here. But let me back up just a moment, because you just said that in the early hours of this attack on September 11th that the administration knew everything. What did they know?
There is no question, and I think today, I mean, there's been revelations through AP and other places. The State Department is now saying this, that, you know, from the very beginning, everyone knew this was a terrorist attack. I mean, there's no question, and that's why this has been totally bizarre. To me, Bill, what this has been about, I mean, I've been at a loss as to why all of this would have been portrayed the way that it is, and to me, what I think it's about, and this is, we'll see soon, I think this speaks to the character of this administration. I think they know that the president is very vulnerable with his mission accomplished, spiking the football regarding Osama bin Laden. The fact is that extremism and violent groups and al-Qaeda is very much on the run right now. I mean, they're alive, and they're backfilling in Afghanistan as we move out. The Arab Spring has created a whole new opening for these extremist violent groups to really come against democratic values. And I think what they know is that this is creates a vulnerability for the president. And what I hate about it is, in all of this, there have been Americans who have been heroic. I met two gentlemen, and I won't give the details, that I promise you almost every American would be emotionally overwhelmed to see what these people did in rescuing other Americans. And to me, what the White House has done in order to save their own political skin and faux image on this issue is they have dishonored many people around this world, the many people that sacrificed their lives, and in this case, the people in Benghazi that risked their lives to really protect those people who are out there trying to push forward our national interests. So,
these are,
you know, I think that's what this is. I think
these are heavy charges. Now, are you suggesting that based on what you have learned, that Secretary Clinton, that President Obama, that they have been lying through all this?
Well, I don't use those kinds of words. I just know that you know, people have known from the very beginning that these were terrorist acts, and you know, I mean, we knew it. I mean, look at the heavy caliber of fire that was taking place, the distance from which it was occurring. I mean, this was a very sophisticated attack, and I'll leave it to hearings, and I know there are investigations, but there's no question that at the highest levels of our government, this was known in the very beginning.
But the explanation you're offering us now is that this was all about an election. You stand by that?
I don't think there's any question. I mean, I look at, look at Susan Rice 5 days later. There is no question beyond a shadow of a doubt that it was known differently, that this was not about any film. And I think she candidly, my theory, and I don't know, we'll find out, somebody will write a book about this, I guess, at some point. But I think she was thrown under the bus. You know, she's, you know, we'll see what happened. But let's just get back. The fact is that this was a terrorist act. I think most of us knew and thought it was a terrorist act from the very beginning. Now there are details that are coming out from the State Department that are saying that. And again, to me, this is all about a presidential election, and it's all about a White House. This is my opinion now, okay? I don't, a White House that is trying to protect this faux image that we have, in fact, crushed these extremist groups around the world. The fact is they're mutating. The world is a very dangerous place. We have many outstanding Americans that are trying to pursue our national interest in very dangerous places. And hopefully, you know, we'll adapt to that and posture ourselves in that way in the future so that the likelihood of this happening again is remote.
Bob Corker, thank you for your time.